Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right along and join us. Delicious hits. Get right in on the party. Get right in, come on and ride us around. Get right into the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup.
And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, Lost in the Storm.
Oh, that sounds like trouble. Quick, get the diary and see if it can give us a fix on somewhere. Anywhere.
The voyage north continued fair. I felt we would make home port without incident, but such was not the case.
Outer Scope is flying again, but with only 3 riders. Willie and Henry got left behind in the dump, and now the ship is caught in a big storm.
That's it. Montauk Point. That's where we'll head first.
Hey, I think I've got this fuel system licked.
Good. We've got to get the ship down out of the storm right away.
All aboard perished. To save myself, I've floated ashore draped across a broken mast, the gold chain and medallion still around my neck. I knew it. I knew the medallion was safe.
You knew what? Boy, I sure hope cutting this fuel system won't bring us down too fast.
Oh, brother, that's all we need. I knew we shouldn't have taken the ship up. It'll be a miracle if we're not killed. Tengo miedo. Where are we?
It's so hot and sticky.
Oh, no. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were on a desert.
Oh, of all places to land. On a desert. Ah.
The diary. Quick, where is it?
Maybe it fell outside when we crashed.
That's right. Let's go see.
Look, we've lost one of our umbrellas.
What are we gonna do now? We're lost on some desert, the ship won't fly, and now we lost the diary.
What a bad storm we had last night. I better go get some dry wood for the fire. Now what's this? A weather vane? No, an umbrella. A funny old book. The Journal of William Topper. An event has occurred that I must write down. It happened on my 3rd voyage.
I sure feel a lot better knowing the ship's okay, now that we cleaned it up and checked it out.
Yeah, that was a good idea, Eleanor.
Yeah, but now there are 2 problems we have to solve.
Oh, what are they?
Finding the diary.
Right, and finding Willie and Henry.
Uh-oh. I just thought of something else.
What's that?
Water. We're in the middle of a desert without any water.
Okay, then let's get going. We have to find water, and we have to find that diary. Maybe we'll be lucky.
I sure hope we can find our way back to the ship. It's so easy to get lost in the desert.
Aw, Cynthia, I'll be able to find my way back real easy.
I hope you're right, Edgar. Anyway, let's spread out a little. But make sure that we stay within shouting distance.
Hey! Cynthia! Eleanor! Come quick! Who are you? What are you doing here?
You're not lost too, are you?
Lost? No, why?
We crashed in a storm.
Crashed? What do you mean, crash?
We didn't crash too hard. The desert sand kind of cushioned our fall.
Desert? What desert? Hey, there's our umbrella. And the diary. Oh, yeah. I found them early this morning. Are they yours? They sure are.
What a relief.
Did you read any of it?
Not all of it, except for 1 or 2 missing pages. I think I got about halfway through.
Uh-oh. Then you know what we're looking for.
Maybe, but if it's the old medallion, whether you believe it or not, I knew about that before I read the diary.
What do you mean?
My grandmother, one of the stories she sometimes tells me is about a golden medallion and the man found on the beach many years ago by my people.
Your people? What people?
The Shinnecocks. This is Shinnecock land. And my father is a Shinnecock. We've lived on this beach for centuries.
You're an Indian?
That's what you call us. I am a native of this land.
Oh.
But I don't see any beach around here. All I see is desert.
Desert? You mean you really believe you're lost on a desert?
Well, with all this sand around.
You haven't paid attention. Listen.
The ocean.
Edgar, you two were right. We have been heading east all along. Where are we?
Long Island, South Fork.
Is Montauk Point far from here?
Not too far. But you don't need to go all the way out there to get a lead on the medallion. My grandmother should have some pretty good information. At least I think so.
Gee, that'd be great.
It can't hurt to have her tell us the story again. Maybe there'll be a clue in it to help you. Which reminds me, how'd you say you got here?
Oh, gee, you see,
Oh, why not? We can trust her.
Right, but you've got to promise not to tell anyone.
Okay.
Which you believe a spaceship?
You've got to be kidding.
No! We built it! It really works!
This I've got to see.
It's over there, behind those dunes. Come on, we'll show you.
Sure, let's go. My name's Wendy.
I'm Cynthia, and this is Eleanor.
Hi, Wendy.
And I'm Edgar.
Pleased to meet you. Look. Isn't it beautiful?
I'll say.
If we had noticed the seagull, we wouldn't have thought we were on a desert.
Mira, es verdad lo que dices.
I could sit here and watch the gulls all day if I didn't have to go to school.
You don't like it, huh?
Well, I have a problem at my school.
What about it? Maybe we can help.
No, I don't think you'd understand.
Try us and see. Come on, tell us about it.
Well, it's just, well, this one teacher. Is that your ship?
The umbrella! Oh, no! It's wrecked!
I'll get it. Let's go.
Next time, Wendy's complaint.
Did you know that long ago and once upon a time?
Let's go back where we came from, find our past and have some fun.
The story of the Chinese railroad strike. Sierra Nevada, 1867.
Help! What's happening? Help! Get me out of here! Help!
Come here. Let me help you out. All right.
Where am I?
Sierra Nevada.
What year is it?
1867. Why do you ask all these questions? How did you get into this basket?
What does it say?
The Chinese workers on the railroad are calling a strike.
What's a strike?
We will stop work to get equal pay, equal working hours, and equal benefits.
Hours and pay equal to who?
The railroad pays the white workers more money. They work fewer hours and they get more benefits. The Chinese workers think it is unfair and we want to strike. There's a meeting tonight to put the strike into effect.
Are you going to go?
I don't know. It is difficult to strike. One sacrifices many things when one strikes. For example, we won't get paid. There's a lot of anger in both sides, and that can be dangerous. Help me bring the basket down. This job is dangerous enough without getting involved in strikes.
I believe you. What do you use this basket for?
We have to plant dynamite into the side of the mountains, hanging in a basket like this one. The Chinese are the only ones who would do it.
Then you should go on strike.
There's a meeting tonight of our community leaders to discuss the strike.
You should at least go to the strike meeting.
Maybe you're right.
Men are dying from overwork, low wages, and no benefits. We must strike for equal rights.
But if we strike, we will have no pay and no money to send to our families in China.
If conditions continue as they are, your families will never see you again.
If we strike, we will all starve here.
We cannot be any hungrier than we are now. Besides, there are Asian businesses in the town that can help us.
We've carved roads through bedrock, worked through freezing cold winters, and many of our friends have died in avalanches. The bosses know we have very little money and cannot last very long without work. But their deadline is greater than our need. Men, if we don't strike, our bodies will dot the entire length of this railroad
There was a
track.
man here spying.
I bet you he was one of the boss's men.
We should follow him.
Yeah, let's go.
If we stick together and strike, there'll be no one to build their railroad. We must strike for our families. We must strike for our respect. Men, we must strike. We must strike to stay alive. Right. We must strike. 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 We must strike.
They're really going to do it, huh? Let me get this straight. The Chinese workers are going on strike. They're really going on strike. I am sick and tired of those people. You know what this means, don't you? If they go on strike, I'm going to have to give in a little, get them back to work. Otherwise, I'll never make my deadline. What's that? Hey! Hey! There was somebody listening. Get him! Oh, we're going to be in a world of trouble.
We must get the information to the strikers. If they know the boss is in trouble, they can plan their next move. Come.
Hey, you two! Stop!
Hey, come here! Come here! Come.
If we get out of this alive, the information we have will lead the strikers on to victory.
Hey!
Hey! Wait!
Hey!
Hold it!
Come here! Come back! Come back! Come here!
Hold it!
I get you!
Men, the railroad's boss will agree to your demands.
Men, although it is a partial victory, our working conditions will improve from now on.
After a united struggle, the Chinese workers won half their demands from the railroad. They got a raise in pay and better hours.
Although not a total victory, the strike itself was one of the first in the history of organized labor.
You've never even tried it.
Yeah, but I know I don't like it.
Well, that's just prejudice.
The clubhouse is all finished, Mom. We even have a sign that says no boys allowed.
Don't you think that's being prejudiced?
Tomorrow.
I don't want to go. It'll be boring.
No, it won't. It's an opera for kids.
All operas are boring.
Oh, don't be so prejudiced.
What's prejudice?
Prejudice comes from two words, pre and judge. Pre means before, and judge means to make up your mind. Sometimes it's a necessary part of life.
Like judging whether a branch will hold you or not.
Right. Prejudice means making up your mind before knowing. Like deciding you hate asparagus, even if you have never tried it. You know, people who are not prejudiced have a better chance to make new friends and discover new experiences.
Come on, get inside. Here come some boys. Hey, what are they doing? It's a camera. They've got a movie camera. Yeah, that's neat. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, just a second. Clubhouse for your movie?
I don't know. You want to make a movie with them?
I guess so.
Anyone can overcome prejudice if they really want to. It's a choice. You can look at people and see that they're different shades of color, or have a different way of talking, or live in a different neighborhood, or you can choose to see past the differences. You can look for the real person inside all of us. Maybe you'll see that people aren't really so different after all.
My name is Kiko. I live in Florida. This is the season's last kickball game before the school vacation starts.
Come on, George. We gotta go now.
But you can't. It's the last inning.
I told you we have to go to the dentist today.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, see you later.
Hey, can you guys play kickball?
A little. We haven't played much.
That's all right. You can go on their team and you can come with us. Come on, kick it. Take second, take second. Come on, catch it. What's the matter, man? You leave your arms at home or something?
Next time, try using 2 feet instead of 1. You'll have a better chance of kicking the ball.
Hey, listen, I thought you said you could play.
I told you we don't play much.
Much? You aren't playing at all.
Look, we did the best we could.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, what's the use, Raquel? Let's go.
Hey, come back here. Who do you think you are?
I know who I am. Who do you think you are?
Come back here.
Chico, lo siento, solamente está molesto por haber perdido. He didn't really mean it.
Forget it. He doesn't understand. I'm used to it.
Hey, come back here. Come off it, Kiko. They're farm laborers. They don't get a lot of time to play.
Besides, it's only a game. What do you make such a big deal out of it?
I'm sick of those guys. They can't do anything right except pick tomatoes.
Hey, Kiko, that's not fair. They're Chicanos like us. What they do doesn't matter.
Yeah, and if they weren't picking those tomatoes, we wouldn't have any. Well, I don't like tomatoes anyway.
Come on, Kenny.
Man, you really told them, didn't you? Yeah, I guess. And to top it all off, I go visit my uncle and cousins. So? They're migrant workers. Oh.
Hi, Kiko. You want to go play some kickball today?
Nah, Robbie, I gotta go meet my dad in his office.
Okay, maybe I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Kiko. You can go right in.
Sus vacaciones. Y llegarán el bus 6. Ah, sí, Oscar, ya tenemos a Kiko listo para su viaje. Mis saludos a Marta, Angelito, a Angelita y a Fernando. Ah, bueno, hasta luego, entonces. I just spoke to your Uncle Oscar and everything's ready for your trip. You ready to go shopping?
Dad, I feel kind of sick. I don't think I can go.
You look all right to me. Maybe we should take you to see a doctor.
Never mind. Maybe it was something I ate.
Okay, then, let's go.
How does that fit?
Okay. But, Dad, I won't know anybody there.
You'll know your cousins Angelita and Fernando. Go take the blue pair.
But, Dad, I haven't seen them since I was a baby.
Well, this will give you a chance to get to know them all over again.
But they'll all speak Spanish. I won't understand them.
They speak English, too. And you can learn a little Spanish while you're there.
But, Dad, we won't have anything to talk about. I've never been on a farm.
That should keep them dry. Well, they can show you around, and you can tell them all about the city.
But I'll miss my friends.
They'll be here when you get back. Here, take these. And I'll take this. Besides, look at all the stories you can tell your friends when you get back.
But, Dad, what about the mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes? What about them?
They bite.
May I help you? Yes, we'll take this bag. All right. Hey, what's wrong, my son?
I really don't want to go, Dad.
Look, Kiko, it's the way I grew up. And I would really like for you to see what it's all about, okay?
Okay, Dad.
The story continues next time.
Hi, it's Woody with a tale to unravel. Bananas grow all over. They love to travel all over the world for thousands of miles. Wherever they go, they're welcomed with smiles. There's a banana for cooking, if you didn't know. In English, it's a plantain. In Spanish, plantano. Puerto Ricans cook them with special style and skill. They're called tostones. I can't get my fill. Get 3 green plantains. They have to
vegetable oil. Hey, it's a breeze! Mix the salt and water for a soaking potion. Woo, my goodness, it's just like making an ocean. Next, peel the plantains. You'll need some strength. Then slice them into pieces about 1 inch in length. Soak them 15 minutes to prepare our treat. Put lots of oil in the pan. Let it sit on high heat. Now get an addle, cause hot oil can fly. Then drop in the slices. Let them sizzle and fry. When they're bright yellow, lay them flat on a bag, cause we're gonna smash them and this is no gag. Pound the slices until you're sure they're thin. They have to fry again, so drop them in. When they're golden brown, that's the sign. Drain them on paper towels, they'll be just fine. Sprinkle some salt on them, then let your teeth sink in. An adventure in eating is gonna begin. Fantastico! Puerto Rican tostoni!
What would you do if? How would you feel if? What would you do and how would you feel?
Hey, come on. Hurry up. What's wrong? What's taking you so long? Oh, I just feel kind of funny. I don't know anybody. Don't be crazy, man. You don't know me and my brother. Besides, you've never been to my house before. All my cousins are coming and some friends you never met. Hurry up. I'll wait downstairs. It's just what? I'll be the only white person there.
How would you feel if you were the only one at a party who was different?
I wouldn't want to go because I'd feel uncomfortable. I'd feel fine. I wouldn't care. I'll be a little nervous, but I'll make friends. I wouldn't care because I could make friends, and it's pretty easy to make friends.
How would you feel?
Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right in, enjoy vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in, gonna have a fun. Get right in, come on and ride us around. Get right in to the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right in, enjoy vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in, gonna have fun. Get right in, come on and ride us around. Get right in to the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup.
And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, Wendy's Complaint.
I'll say.
Eleanor, Edgar, and Cynthia crashed in the storm and found themselves on the beach. There they met Wendy, who thinks she can help them find the medallion.
Thanks for helping us with the ship, Wendy.
That's okay. It was fun. Does it really fly?
Sure does. That's how we got here. We don't have any transportation problems.
Sure wish I could solve my problems at school.
Well, have you tried talking to your teacher about it?
Look, Cynthia, why should I? It wouldn't make any difference. Come on, let's go see my grandmother.
You sure it'll be okay to visit her? I mean, she won't mind, will she?
I'm sure, Edgar. She'd be glad to tell us the story. Now that I've read part of the diary, I really want to hear it again.
You know, Wendy, a couple of years ago, I had the same problem with the teacher I had.
The same thing?
Well, it was similar. He went much too fast for me.
Really?
Spanish is really my first language. So I'd be translating what he'd said from English to Spanish and back again before I could answer. You know, a lot of extra steps.
I can see where that can be a problem.
Yeah, it sure was. And I wasn't the only one either. And we were all afraid to say anything, so the teacher didn't know.
Are you the only Native American in your class?
No, there are a couple others.
Are they as upset as you are about the history lessons?
Probably, but they haven't said anything. Watch it, Eleanor. That's poison ivy.
Have you talked to your teacher about it, Wendy?
That's what I did, and it helped.
What's he gonna do? Rewrite all their history books? Let's face it, it's not just my teacher, it's the whole setup.
You may be right, but you've got to start somewhere, and you might as well start with your teacher.
Right. Listen, I wasn't too sure we could build a spaceship, but we just started, and one piece at a time, little by little, and with the 5 of us working together, we did it. And it worked.
5 of you? Where are the others?
My little brother Henry and our friend Willie got left behind when we took off. We think they're using the map that goes with the diary to try to link up with us. At least I sure hope so.
How you doing, Henry?
Okay, I guess. A little tired.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Could we rest a while?
Yeah, sure. How about under one of those apple trees?
Come on, let me have one of them apples.
No.
Well, look, who stole the stuff in the first place?
Me? I did. You were too chicken to climb the tree.
Well, whose idea was it, huh?
Mine. My idea. You never had a good idea in your life.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The worst idea I ever had was hooking up with you in the first place.
Hey,
now, give me one of them
those
apples.
back.
Wait.
Those are my apples.
Someone's coming. It's just a couple of kids.
Do you think we'll find the treasure, Willie?
Well, I don't know, but it sure can't hurt to try.
Pete's sake, didn't you hear what that kid said? Listen.
Boy, I'm sure glad we have that map.
You see? This is where he washed ashore with the medallion. Right there. Rescued by Indians. Gold medallion and chain intact.
Hello, Wendy. Children, welcome to my home.
Thanks very much. You have a lovely home here.
Well, thank you.
Wow, look at this.
That's an Eskimo soapstone carving. That's a polar bear. That's very dangerous to the Eskimo.
What kind of dolls are those?
Those are Cheyenne dolls from Wyoming.
They're neat.
Look, what's that?
These are Iroquois masks, also called false faces.
False faces?
Some are very sacred. It looks like you had quite an adventure for yourself, young lady, and didn't quite make it to school.
Well, these kids were lost, and you know I had to help them.
Lost? Well, you did the right thing. What can we do to help them?
They want to hear that wonderful story you've told me about Sailor Bill.
What?
The wreck of the big ship and the survivor with the gold medallion.
What about it, Wendy?
One of their friends is related to the man with the gold medallion.
I would like to meet this friend.
We'd like you to meet him, but we've lost him.
His name is Willie, and my brother Henry is with him.
Your friend's name is Willie?
Yes, ma'am. William. He's my best friend. Show her the diary, Cynthia.
His ancestor's name was William, too. This is it, all right. This is the diary of William Topper. I thought I'd never see it. Gather around and I'll tell you the story, just as Winedance told it to me, the man who saved William Topper's life.
Next time, Grandmother tells a story.
Remember the last time there was a new kid in school? Well, what if the new kid came to class in a box?
Good morning. You must be our new
Now, you'd probably wonder what the person inside was like. Maybe it's a girl, maybe it's a boy. If you knew their name, that would usually tell you. The name might also tell you if the person in the box was Chinese or Filipino, or English, or whatever. But not always. You might wonder where they came from, what their religion is, whether they're rich or poor, or even if the person inside was good looking or not. Now, if you had the answers, that might put some labels on the box. But you still couldn't see inside. Labels and names can sometimes make us think we already know what people are like. But when we don't know much about some people, all we have to go on is what we've heard. Now, some of that could be exaggerated, or just plain wrong. We may not even understand the things we do know about them. If you are afraid of new ideas, or just don't know, you could get boxed up with a bad case of prejudice. So take the easy way out.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and
Find out for yourself. Who is a friend?
My name is Kiko. I'm on my way to visit my Uncle Oscar and his family for a couple of weeks. I haven't seen him in a long time. The whole family picks vegetables. I don't want to be here. I don't think I'm going to like this summer.
hermanito, ¿no sabes dónde está la calle Chrome?
Huh?
Esta calle, hermanito, ¿no sabes dónde está?
I'm sorry, I don't speak that stuff.
Kiko, look at you. You've grown so much, I almost didn't know you. These are your cousins, Angelita and Fernando.
Hello.
Hi.
Come on, let's go home.
I should have known it.
What'd you say?
I said a Mexican Cadillac. It's what we call these things back home.
Know what we call them?
What?
Pickup trucks.
Hey, Kiko, I'll just be a minute. I gotta drop off this letter.
Okay. Hey, where are we?
This is one of the trailer camps. We used to live here.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. The Omika Center helped get it started.
Omika, what's that?
It's a group of ex-farm workers who help the people who are still in the fields. Our dad might be working for them.
If it works out, we might get to stay here.
What do you mean?
I'm tired of moving around. Maybe stay in one place I can keep my friends instead of always having to make new ones.
Yeah, and maybe we can spend a year at just one school for a change.
Kiko, qué maravilloso en verte otra vez. Tell me, how was your trip?
Fine, Aunt Marta.
Come in. Fernando will show you where you are going to sleep.
We're gonna share this room right here.
Okay.
You can put your stuff in this drawer.
All right.
Can I help?
No.
Wow, can I wear this?
No.
What are those buns and things?
They're all places I've been to. See, this was from the Orange Bowl, and this one's from LA.
Oh, I've been there too.
Yeah? Did you go on any studio tours?
Nah, we were working.
Hey, let's go swimming before we eat.
Want to play a game?
Come on, not again.
I'll be quiet, Janita. Kiko wants to play, don't you?
Sure, just what I did.
We'll play King of the Mountain. Just try and get on it, too.
It's not funny.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. You just look so funny. That wasn't fair, Fernando. He never played this game before.
It's easy. Let me show you how.
Yeah, he's the best. He never loses.
Never mind. You can't teach me anything.
wake up.
Oh, what's happening?
You better hurry up if you want breakfast before Dad leaves in the truck.
Truck? What truck?
Truck to the fields.
The fields? On Saturday? It's too early.
Better hurry up. If you're not ready when Dad leaves, you have to walk.
Come on, sleepyhead, it's time to go. Voy a cantar un corrido. Pónganle mucha atención. Los versos que lleva puestos salen de mi corazón. 30 años tengo de vida. 5 tengo de familia. Desde muy chico empecé a seguir una mentira. Qué triste vida del pobre, que la labor se mantiene. Tal si fueras campesino y tu vida se
Hey, look at that gringo.
Hey, don't let it bother you. It's hard the first day.
Yeah.
Your hands are gonna hurt because you're working up against the plant. Your back's gonna hurt because you're working against your body. Your head's gonna hurt because you're doing field work.
Yeah? How'd you know?
Well, I've seen a lot of people at harvest for the first time.
Well, it looks easy for you.
It's not, but there are ways to make it easier. Here, I'll show you. Pick up the plant, pick off the best tomatoes, lay the plant gently down, protect it, and take it easy. Your back will last longer, and so will you.
Okay, thanks.
¿Cómo sirve el tomate, gringo, hombre?
How's it going, Kiko?
Okay.
Hi, Benito. How you doing with your reading tutor?
You need a reading tutor? No. Well, yeah. We move around a lot, so I'm trying to keep up when I'm not in school.
You two know each other?
Well, sorta.
Benito, this is my nephew, Kiko. He's going to spend a few weeks with us. You two are about the same age, so you should have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, like what?
Tomatoes.
The story of Kiko continues next time.
Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today? Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today?
What would you do if you heard a duck say, "Leave us alone, can't you go away? You're not one of us, you're not our kind." If it happened to you, do you think you'd mind? Or what would you think if giraffes wouldn't eat with the other animals, 'cause they weren't as neat? Should the way someone looks or talks or eats decide who he talks to or who he meets? Or what if an elephant, after walking all day, ignored the monkeys because they like to play? We all like different things, it's true, because we're all different. I am, aren't you? We should be glad that we're not all the same. If we were, we'd be playing a whole different game. We'd spend all our time trying to tell who is who, instead of us learning about me and you.
Hi, it's Woody with a tale to unravel. Bananas grow all over. They love to travel all over the world for thousands of miles. Wherever they go, they're welcomed with smiles.
We're going to learn how to make tostones today. And tostones are fried plantains. And in Spanish-speaking countries, we call them plátanos. Can you say that?
Plátanos.
Plátanos.
What's the difference between plantains and bananas?
They almost look the same, except that plantains are considerably larger.
How come they're so brown?
Okay, these got a little brown because we put them on the hot water. What we do first is that you let them soak on the hot water for a while. It makes it easier to peel. I'll put a slash in them and then you can peel it down. When plantains start becoming very yellow, they get sweet and you cook them differently than the green ones. Plantains are a staple food in countries in South America and Africa.
How come they look different than when you just peel a regular banana?
Well, because the skin sticks onto the plantain.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
This one's coming off. They're coming off pretty good here. After they're peeled off, we cut them in an angle, a diagonal cut. Like
Why do you
this.
cut them like that?
Well, the reason is that it exposes more of the plantain to cook. Okay, always be careful when you're using the knives. Not too thick. This is called a French cut. We get another pot and we soak them for about 15 minutes. We put it in salt water. When you do this, you put around 2 tablespoons. But I'll just measuring by eye. If you want to stick your hands in, you feel how sticky you are?
Yeah.
That's a sap that's in the plantain. And it usually will stain your hands. I'm gonna get the oil heated up. Now, what you do is that you put enough oil so that you cover the plantains at least halfway. So that's like a good amount, like half an inch of oil in the pot.
It's a lot of oil.
Now, whenever you get to this part, make sure that you're always with some adult, because when water hits that hot oil, it's going to really splatter.
Why cooking bananas are called plátanos, no one is sure. No one really knows. You see, in Puerto Rico, the language is rich and alive, and in it, many cultures still survive.
How long does it take to fry them?
We cook them until they're golden yellow. Here's one for you, Susan, and you can flatten that one out. What you gotta do is just flatten it out a little bit, like a hamburger patty. What we're doing here is we're finishing cooking it.
You know, in Puerto Rico, Spanish is spoken the most, and some words were brought from the African coast. The language of the Indians added some spice. It's 3 cultures in one. That's what makes it so nice.
Here are los tostones. We can just put salt on it, but where in Puerto Rico we put a special seasoning called mojo, which is made out of garlic and vinegar and salt. Okay, let's try one. Nice and crunchy, huh? Yeah, have another.
That's good.
Really crunchy.
Well, we cooked the food and it came out fine. You can try it yourself when you got the time. Because working in the kitchen is a lot of fun. And when you're finished, you can eat what you've done.
What would you do if? How would you feel if? What would you do and how would you feel?
Well, I just don't know what to do. Well, Jay, if you want the birthday party, you should just ask your mom. Yeah, I know, but she'll want to have it at my grandmother's on the reservation. And I don't know if the kids at school want to go up there. Don't worry, they'll like it. A lot of kids will go. You really think so, Ben? Sure, I'll go. I just don't want to give a party and have nobody show up there.
How would you feel if you gave a party and no one wanted to come because of where you lived?
I would feel sad. I wouldn't like that person.
If they don't want to go to my house, I wouldn't want to go to their house either. I wouldn't care.
Well, if they couldn't visit me, I wouldn't be mad or sad. I would just visit them.
How would you feel?
Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today?